Hi again, everyone. Gary Digital Williams here on Boxing Along the Beltway news and notes for this week. And, of course, Boxing Along the Beltway news and notes on the Boxing Along the Beltway Google app for Android, brought to you by Real-Time Pain Relief. From boxers to ballerinas, from shoulder pain to muscle strain, and everything in between, Boxing Along the Beltway recommends Real-Time Pain Relief. Natural, plant-based, safe, effective, and fast ointment. Rub it on. The pain is gone in real time. And don't forget, if you go to www.freepainoffer.com and buy $10 worth of real-time pain relief, you get a free $10 tube of real time. Rub it on. The pain is gone in real time. And so we're a little behind on our news and notes for this week. Took some time off, but a lot of stuff going on, and some things went on last couple weeks, and we want to kind of catch up on that a little bit. First of all, this past Friday night, September 2nd, at the Blasco Theater in Los Angeles, California, Lamont Roach Jr., the lightweight out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, he put on an outstanding performance. He was dominant. I think as a pro, this may have been his best performance. Third round knockout over Mario Macias of Mexico at the Blasco Theater. It was on Ring TV Online. And Roach was just dominant. He made Macias stumble in the canvas in the first round late. And then in the second round, he landed a double left hook. One to the body, kind of grazed Macias, made him drop his hands, and then he landed a crushing left hook immediately after that to drop Macias for the second time. That was right before the bell in the second round. In the third round, he just jumped all over Macias, knocked him down again, did another left hook on him, and the bout was stopped at just 7 seconds of the third round. Lamont Roach Jr., again, a great performance. He's now 12-0, 4 KOs. Macias, whose last loss was to Gervonta Davis a few months back, he drops 26-20, 14 KOs. So really good performance for Lamont Roach Jr. Again, another one of our young Lions doing very, very well. And just an outstanding performance for Lamont Roach Jr. Meanwhile, on August 27th, at the Bayonne Pavilion in Bayonne, New Jersey, a couple of our local guys took it on the chin. Pretty much, one did literally, and that was Alonzo Pugh. And he's a heavyweight out of D.C. who actually trains in Baltimore. I believe he's out of Brother Jim Gym, Honeycomb Gym, I'm not sure. But he was stopped in the first round by Leon Johnson of Newark, New Jersey. Pugh tried to get that upset early in the bout. He pressured Johnson against the ropes, but Johnson landed a crushing uppercut and dropped Pugh to the canvas, and the bout was immediately stopped at 2:46 of the first round. Pugh is now 1-9-1, 1 KO. Johnson's 2-0, 2 KOs. DC welterweight Lamont White, who I really don't know. He's never actually fought in DC. He's been on the road all of his career just far. He was disqualified in the fourth round of his bout against Caleb Hernandez of Patterson, New Jersey. Now, according to Kurt Wolfheimer of FightNews.com, Hernandez targeted the body of White early in the opening round. White still was in good shape, but Hernandez was pressuring him throughout, and he mixed up 2 and 3 punch combinations. White decided to go on a bicycle. He switched to southpaw, but he wasn't listening to the instructions of the referee, Ronald Ali Bashir, on the breaks. And then finally Bashir just said that's enough, and he disqualified White at 2:29 of the fourth round. White reigns winless at 0-3, and Hernandez 3-0 with 1 KO. So those are some of the brief things coming up that took place the last couple of weeks. A couple things come up this week. Mac Allison the fourth is back in action. I tell you, this is the busiest rookie we've seen in a while. This will be his 6th pro bout this year. He's fighting in Wilson, North Carolina against a debuting boxer named Terrence White. He is 5-0, 5 KOs. So we'll be looking forward to that as well. Also, Thursday night, September 15th, there is a amateur boxing show at, I believe it's at Michael State Avenue, Glen Burnie, Maryland. Baltimore Boxing is putting on this show, and this is a kind of a special show, and it's going to honor really one of the great people in this business and great fathers in this business, Vincent Veazey. I've had a chance to know Vincent off and on for a while and followed his 2 sons, Joey Veazey and Sean Veazey, throughout their amateur career. Joey's getting ready to turn pro in the not-too-distant future. And Vincent has had some health issues, and they're trying to raise money for his medical bills. So that'll be on Thursday night, September 15th. It'll be at the, that'll be September 15th at the, September 14th, September 14th at the Michaels 8th Avenue, Glen Burnie, Maryland. Hope you can come up there. We'll give you more information about that next week. September 15th, which is that, the bout's on Wednesday, September 14th. Thursday, September 15th, is the card between, the bout between Dusty Hernandez Harrison and Thomas LaManna at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That'll be for the vacant USBA welterweight championship. So look forward to seeing that as well. That's going to be a great bout. It'll be on the CBS Sports Network. Now, Jerry Odom is also scheduled to be on that card. He's scheduled to take on Tennille Goyko of Philadelphia. And that's going to be kind of interesting because, again, Tennille Goyko at times put on good performances. Of course, he just beat Devin Butcher in Timonium earlier this year. He has a win over Jeremy Trussell. He had a close loss, actually a knockout loss, but it was a close one against Damon Nicholson. So the guy's tough, no question about that. So that's going to be on as part of that card, maybe on television as well. So that'll be on the 15th from 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, this just in, because originally we weren't supposed to have a card in the Beltway area until a pro card in the Beltway area until October 15th. We were supposed to be at the ABC Sports Complex in Springfield, Virginia. We'll talk more about that one a little bit later on down the road. But there's going to be a card at the Sphinx Club, which is 1315 K Street Northwest in Washington, D.C. I assume it's going to be a Headbangers Promotions card. Doesn't really say, but they're just saying it's 10 pro bouts featuring fighters from the Headbangers Gym. Now, scheduled to be in the main event is undefeated Patrick Harris. However, that doesn't seem to be the big story in this situation. The big story in this situation is the debut of two boxers from the area, both from the Headbangers Gym, who are probably the most accomplished boxers, amateur boxers we have in this area, who last name is not Russell. Okay? We're talking about Tariq Irby, who is an outstanding boxer, went to the Olympic trials. He was the first boxer from this area to qualify for the Olympic trials. And he's actually was in the same weight class as Antoine Russell, but he didn't get I think he got as far as the second round of the Olympic trials. And he makes his pro debut. And of course, also Irby, well, here's the thing. According to FightFacts.com, Irby's already a pro because he participated in the World Series of Boxing. And FightFacts, unlike any other data source for boxing, considers that pro boxing. Okay, they consider that pro boxing. So I believe he was 2-1 in the World Series of Boxing. I have to double check that, but I believe he's 2-1 in the World Boxing Championships, World Series of Boxing. Excuse me. So Irby is going to make his pro debut on this card, as will Tierra Brown. Now, Tierra Brown is a great story. She went to the Olympic trials twice, I believe, both in 2012 and 2016. She won the USA National Championship 3 times. She was a gold medalist in 2012 in the World Championships and a bronze medalist in 2014. She's originally from Fort Myers, Florida, but she's really made the D.C. area her home. She's a police officer for D.C., and she has just been entrenched in the community in this area. She's an outstanding young lady, and she will make her pro debut on this card Friday, September 30th at the Sphinx Club, located at 1315 K Street, Northwest Washington, D.C. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi is just terrible down there, so we won't be able to do a broadcast from that location, unfortunately. But we'll be blogging. Juan Marsh and I will be blogging about the card, hopefully throughout the night. I'm not sure about that either, but we'll give you an update. We'll give you a full post-fight. We will do that after the show. But it's going to be a great night. I said it's going to be featuring fighters from the Headbangers Gym. 10 bouts in all scheduled to be on the card there. It's also a fight to knock out cancer benefiting the Shriners and Children's Hospital. Now, they're calling it a DC Fight Night, and like I said online, and I'm going to say it here, they need to watch that because the Fight Night Fight for Children has that trademark Fight Night trademark. They have that name Fight Night trademark. And if you're doing a charity show benefiting somebody, they could take you to task on that. So just a warning out there. I would change it on the flyer and make sure they would buy another name. But should be a good night. Friday, September 30th, the debuts of Tierra Brown and Tariq Irby. Also, Patrick Harris in the main event. Should be an outstanding night. We'll definitely be covering it here on Boxing Along the Beltway. Now, finally, and I don't know how much more I can say about this story that I haven't said already, but it just keeps getting better and better and better every time we turn around. Back on Saturday, August 27th, former WBO junior welterweight champion DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley just added to his legacy. And it is an amazing situation. It really is. Now, you got to understand, Chop Chop is 42 years old. But he looks in great shape. He keeps himself in great shape. He keeps himself in fighting shape. And on Saturday, August 27th, Chop Chop won the vacant WBC Feckerbox lightweight title when he won a 12-round majority decision over Dexter Gonzalez of Trinidad and Tobago the bout took place in Liliendal, Guyana. Now, again, Corley is 42 years old. Now, he won his world title in 2000 at 140 pounds. Now, he has won the Feckerbox title some 16 years later, almost to the day, mind you. 16 years later, 5 pounds lighter than he was when he won the world title. That is just unbelievable. Corley was actually knocked down in the third round and came back to win the bout. He won by one judge had the bout a draw 115-115. The other two judges had it 115-110 and 113-112, both for Corley. Corley has fought 18 title bouts, whether it be world or regional title bouts, in his 20-year career. He's won a WBO super lightweight title, the NABF and the USBA super lightweight titles, and now the WBC lightweight Feckerbox title. That's just unbelievable. And I'm trying to get his story out to the mainstream media in this city, because it is one of the best stories we have here. A guy who has been fighting for 20 years, 42 years old, and he's still accomplishing great things. To the point where, and he and I talked about this recently, he can't get a fight in this area. He can't get a fight in this country of any significance. Everyone in the lightweight division seems to be afraid of him. It's a dangerous fight. To this day, he is still a dangerous boxer. He's even tried to get bouts against guys he's lost to in the past. Now, I don't think he's going to get anything against Mayweather. He wants that bout. But he also wants a rematch with Zab Judah, who took the title from Corley back in 2000, I think early 2001. He wants that bout. But Judah's not in any shape to box right now. I mean, he's had bouts canceled because he just wasn't in great shape. Okay? Right now, Corley, he stops Judah, in my personal opinion, at this stage. He's just been continually active. I think he may have taken a year off way back when, but he's been continually active throughout his career over the last few years. And again, any so-called prospect, he's beaten a number of prospects, and Dexter Gonzalez was one of those prospects. Gonzalez's record was, I didn't write it. Oh yeah, I did. 8-2-2, 5 KOs. Going in, he was 8-1-2 going into that bout. He was considered a prospect, but he got beat. He beat prospects all throughout Jamaica during that contender tournament. He beat a prospect in Mexico. He's beaten guys. He beat a prospect in Germany. he has been all over the world. He's have bout will travel, but he can't get anything here because the promoters here don't want to put up their prospects against a guy like Corley. And if they do, they stand the risk of getting beat. I don't think there's any doubt about that right now. So I am working to try to get this story out to the mainstream media because it is one of the best stories in boxing today, in my personal opinion. Not just here in the Beltway. I'm talking period. There's no question about that. So congratulations to DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley, one of the classiest guys in this business, one of the greatest boxers come out of this area. There's no question about that. He is a legend, a living legend in Beltway boxing, and he's tremendous. Before we go, though, one more thing. Pick up a copy of the Baltimore Sun or read it online. There is a front page, and let me repeat that. Not front page of the sports section. A front page article on Lorenzo Truck Simpson. We talked about him a couple weeks ago here on the podcast, and he is just tremendous. Just tremendous young man, 16 years old. Again, when he turns pro, like I said a couple weeks ago here on the podcast, Boxing World, look out. He's going to do some damage in this area, in this business. No question about that. But a really great story about him, his amateur achievements, and he is scheduled to be on the undercard in the amateur portion of the card coming up on November the 12th at DuBurns Arena in Baltimore, the Shabazz Brothers and Shaw Style Promotions card there. We will have live coverage of that card on Saturday, November 12th. But he is scheduled to be on that card in the on the amateur portion of the card, the Pro-Am card there, and he's scheduled to be on the amateur portion of that card Saturday, November 12th. Of course, we'll talk more about that as we go forward. And, of course, we also have October 15th at the ABC Sports Complex in Springfield, Virginia. Tori Nelson scheduled to headline that card as she looks for the fourth weight class that she's won a title in. She's going up to super middleweight, and she's scheduled to go for a vacant world title at super middleweight. So that'll be October 15th. We'll have live coverage of that one as well here on the Box on Beltway Google app for Android. So as I say, a lot going on. We're heading into the fall months, and things are going to get very, very busy in the fall months. So make sure you stay with us right here on the Box on Beltway Google app for Android. And the Box on Beltway News and Notes podcast, once again, brought to you by Real Time Pain Relief. From boxers to ballerinas, for shoulder pain to muscle strain, and everything in between. Boxing on the Beltway recommends Real Time Pain Relief, the natural, plant-based, safe, fast, and effective ointment. And don't forget, www.freepainoffer.com. If you purchase $10 worth of Real Time Pain Relief, you'll get a free $10 tube of Real Time Pain Relief. Rub it on. The pain is gone in real time. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Gary Digital Williams. Always remember to keep supporting the best boxing in the world, the boxing along the Beltway. Thanks for listening and take care.